Okay, so today I'm going to be making pavlova for Valentine's Day. It's a very fancy dessert, which is easily to create, it seems like. I've never made it, but the instructions are really easy. You're going to need 6 egg whites at room temperature. You're going to need 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, and 1/2 tablespoon of lemon juice and vanilla. So let me show you how we put this together. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is add my 6 egg whites. I'll start beating those. And we're going to beat those for 1 minute on high before we add our sugar. Okay, now we're going to add our 1.5 cups of granulated sugar, and we're going to beat it for 10 minutes until we get stiff peaks. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. One-half tablespoon of lemon juice. Tablespoon of vanilla extract. I'm using vanilla bean paste. Okay, so after 10 minutes of whisking, this is what you're going to have. And see how it's just really stiff peaks. Those are very stiff peaks. Yeah. This is gonna, I think, be really pretty and really good. I'm gonna move you over to the stove probably so I can put this in my piping bag to pop it. Now that looks like something you could lick like Cool Whip, but it's not, and it's very, very sticky. I'll just say that. Very sticky. But they're very stiff. I think it's going to turn out, guys. I'm so excited. So Chad and I typically stay in on Valentine's night because I don't like the crowds and it's so crazy out. I like to go out the night before or the night after, or sometimes we even do both because there's several restaurants. A lot of restaurants will have the special, like if it falls on a weekend, that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So I would typically do dinner at home on Valentine's when our kids were little, or I would, Chad now, he would bring us something home to eat. But now we don't have to worry about kids or anything. But I still prefer to go out before or after. We have went out on Valentine's Day before, but I don't know. Am I weird? Okay. I'm going to get my icing bag. I'm using a big tip. And I've got a parchment lined sheet pan over here. And let me put this in there and I'll show you what we're going to do next. that's really thick. You know, you can do little pavlovas or you can do one big pavlova. I thought about doing small ones because that way I can share them with my family and it'll still look pretty and we don't have to cut it all. So I'm pushing that down so I can add some more to it. Okay. Add some more to it. It's going to hold a lot and it's going to make a lot. It appears anyway, because there's a lot of this in there. Oops. Oops. This is sticky too, guys. Very sticky. Okay, I don't think I want to do it any more full than that because I'm already making a sticky mess. But we've got our sheet pan here, and I'm making mine to look like little nest. Okay. So, I hope you can see this. And then you go up and up and up. I wonder, I think you're supposed to have some in the, yeah, the bottom's supposed to be full so that it doesn't, you know, spill out the bottom, I guess. Hopefully these will turn out good. That one's a little bit cockeyed. Let's see if I can get it to straighten up a little bit. Okay. You're supposed to take a spoon and make like a nest in the middle because we're going to put homemade whipped topping and berries in the middle. So that's what we're going to do with it. Okay, let me try another one here. There, that one's a little bit better. Practice makes perfect, right, guys? And that's a little bit crooked. I have my oven set on 255. Okay. I've got 4 on here. Let me see if I can get some more on there. I got to put some more filling in. Wow, this stuff is sticky. I'm sure that there's people that do it a lot neater, but not me, because I'm a messy cook. And my mama always told me a messy cook is a good cook. So I'll take that any day. So I'm just going to keep on doing it. And I have a wall oven, and it's not huge, people. I don't know how my mother-in-law cooked for 5 kids, but I had 4 and we made do, so I guess you do what you have to do. But I can't fit 2 baking sheets in mine. I can only fit 1. Okay, here we go. Okay. And then here, let's put another one right here. And let's put another one right here. Okay. Now, let's take our spoons and make a little nest in the middle of all of them. I don't think I got a bottom on that one. I need to do that. We'll put a little nest in there. And let's put a bottom on that one. A little nest in there. I think most of them, let me make this one a little bit taller because I think it's gonna cold if it don't have enough on it. Okay. I may do some on a small pan and put in there on the bottom rack because it bakes at 255, and I think it's for quite a while. I'll look up the time. But there's 7 of them. Look how cute. So I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the oven. Okay. They're at 225. They're gonna bake for 1 hour and 15 minutes at 225. I think I said 255. I better check that. And then you're going to leave the door closed, turn the oven off, and let them sit for 30 more minutes. Okay, guys, it is 225, not 255. Thank God I noticed that. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm a little bit out there today. All right, I went ahead and got the rest that I could out of the bowl, and I'm going to finish this one up. So I can try to put it on the bottom rack if I can. I see that one looks better than the other one did. See, practice makes perfect. And oh gosh, that one's really big, ain't it? Okay, so we got 3 more on there, and I'm going to stick those in the oven, and I'll tell you how many total we'll get. So we're going to end up with 10, and that's perfect. I'm going to clean this up, and I'm going to make our heavy whipping cream to put in the middle. Okay, time to make our time to make our homemade whipped topping for the middle. We need 1.5 cups of heavy whipping cream. I've shared this on my channel before, but I'll show you again. I'm going to go ahead and start this. So, it's 1 cup. Half cup. You're also going to need 2 tablespoons of granulated sugar. Let's see how stiff they are. Looks pretty stiff, don't it? Let's try it here and see. Oh yeah, really stiff. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put this heavy whipping cream in the fridge until our pavlova is finished in the oven, and I'll chop up our strawberries and we'll assemble it, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, I went ahead and washed my strawberries and cut the tips off. I want them to sort of be in small dices. So I've got my little mini food chopper here, and I'm going to use the small dice one, and I'll show you. That way they'll all be similar to the same size. Let's see. If that works. Hopefully it does. This thing's convenient, but it's a nightmare to clean. I'll be honest with you. My daughter insisted that I needed one. Okay. Similar in size, and they're similar in shape. I think that'll look really pretty. Okay, I hope you all can hear me well. I just got them out of the oven. They turned out perfect, but they look a little bit like they're toasted a little. And I put it on the temperature it said. Now remember, I had it on 255 instead of 225 preheated, so I went ahead and just changed it. Maybe that's all it took for that. I don't know. But these are completely, like they're hard. They're little meringue shells. Aren't they cute? Okay, so let me show you what we're going to do next. So I'm going to make me one. And it said to use that cup of whipped topping. It didn't make very much. I don't know. I think next time I would take it out instead of leaving it in the oven. I don't think it needed to stay in the oven. That's just my opinion. Okay, let's see here. Well, see how it blows out if you don't get the air out of it. So, put the whipped topping in there. And then we're going to take our strawberries, put right on top, like so. Don't that look so good? Very impressive, isn't it? All right, I'm going to try a bite and see what I think. So the pavlova, the bottom part is meringue, and it's crunchy, but it's soft in the middle. You've got your homemade whipped topping, and then you've got your fresh strawberries, but you could put any kind of fresh fruit on it. It's good. I don't think the pavlova needed to bake that long. I think I would take it out of the oven after that and not leave it in there. That is good. And I think it looks very impressive. Very good. Guys, let me know what you think of it. Make it. It was easy. It did make a mess, though. So good. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you would, just hit that like button. It really helps me out. And I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.